They literally drill into your head with a drill. And I could pull up a picture of the drill they use, but it's literally a drill that my dad has in the shed with an attachment piece that's about this yay long. That's a big barbecue, BBQ. And they just, you know, drill into your head. Wait, I don't want the dogs out. Today, I have a CBIT session with my therapist, Dana, to work on managing my tics. Hello!
My name is Dana Wachter, and I'm a registered nurse certified in CBIT therapy. CBIT is an acronym for Comprehensive Behavioral Intervention for Tics. So I help those with Tourette syndrome and tic disorders learn strategies to manage their tics.
I love you! Thank you for coming here.
Dana first came into our life when it was such a dark spot for Baylen. And it was a dark spot for us.
You watch your kid suffer, feeling lost, like in the dark.
Helpless. Even after you get the diagnosis, then you come back here and you're like, all right, now what do we do? So there's lots of medications and therapies to explore, and you just start at the beginning and see what works.
In my opinion, Baylen has one of the more severe cases of Tourette syndrome.
Hey, mother! That's the one thing that I'm so embarrassed about is my corporeality. Like, I'm embarrassed by it.
To have tics which we call coprolalia, where you have the urges to say obscene things, that's only seen in 10% of the cases. We'll work on the coprolalia today.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a good one.
All right.
CBIT therapy is not a cure. It's just a way for individuals to manage their tics more effectively. Your goal here is to decrease your tic severity. You want to live on your own. There's some concern there. So what I want to do is, number one, first to see if you're aware when you're about to say an obscene word. So while we continue speaking, if you feel the urge to say something obscene, just place your finger up so I know that you're...
And not say it?
No, say it, but just go ahead.
Dick.
Okay, so you felt the urge come on. Okay, great. Now, every time you say an obscenity...
Dick.
Okay. Tell me what the urge feels like.
It feels like my skin is crawling.
Okay. As we continue speaking, whenever you have the urge to say an obscenity, put your finger up. And if you just breathe through the urge, that sensation will go away.
It's just hard
It's just
to, like,
hard.
get there.
So now, when you have that urge to say an obscene word, instead of saying it, what I want you to do is breathe in through your mouth. It's reverse breathing. Breathe in through your mouth and out through your nose. You're gonna take a breath in for 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out through your nose for 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're gonna do that about 7 times, which is a minute. Now, if the urge is gone, put your finger up. Okay, so now...
It's at 4.
It was gone at 4. Good, excellent. So it took 4 breaths for that urge to go away. If you still feel the urge, keep breathing until the sensation goes away. You're now retraining your brain to say, I don't have to tic. That is a practice. Whenever you feel a vocal tic coming on, you can stop and do your breathing. Okay? So my hopes for Baylen is to get her tic severity down to a point where she can comfortably live on her own, where they are mild to possibly no tic, which might be very challenging because at her age and her severity, that might not be the case, but I definitely am hopeful that we can get an improvement where she can live on her own.
I want to have a family one day. And
Yes.
I want to drive.
Of course.
And I mean, I don't know if I'm ready to use a stove yet, personally.
Well, hopefully we can get you there.
Yes, I would love to, and I'd love to
Yeah.
be able to use the oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would be the next step.
The oven?
No, getting you.
I'm like,
Well, definitely make that a goal.
I'm like, there's an
Definitely
oven right in there.
Getting you to the point where you can use that oven, where you can live on your own.
Like any other therapy, it takes a lot of work. I'm working on not swearing, but it's gonna take some time. Penis.
Are you super excited?
Your hands are really cold. God damn! God damn! God damn! I am excited.
I am too.
If you can't tell.
Like,
Oof.
Today we're meeting with Dr. Hermitat, who works with the Tourette Association of America, and she is an expert in Tourette. Baylen wants to move out and be independent, but I won't feel great about that until she has better control over her tics.
I have tried several different medications. However, the side effects aren't worth taking. And I'm also doing CBIT therapy to work on my vocal tics.
You're now retraining your brain to say, I don't have to tic, I can breathe instead.
But it's an extremely slow process.
So in meeting with Dr. Hermitat, the hope is that she will give us some sort of a solution that we haven't thought of yet.
All right, so how can I help you guys today? What's going on?
all she's done is she has the diagnosis and we're still in the now what do we do phase. How does she get independent?
Because there's so many other areas than my tics or my Tourette's in my life that's way worse than that. Like OCD, ADHD.
Right. So 86% of people living with Tourette syndrome live with other conditions like OCD, anxiety, and ADHD. The best analogy I can give is that living with Tourette's is like living in a car, and there's really 4 people in the car. It's tics, it's OCD, it's anxiety, and it's ADHD, right? And sometimes tics are driving and anxiety's in the passenger seat. And then the next day, it can be like OCD's driving and ADHD's in the passenger seat.
OCD's driving.
OCD's driving?
Always.
Always, okay.
Like, my tics are always there, but then I start adding the 3s. And then I'm like, okay, I need to start hitting myself more. It's just 2 more times, 3 more times, 6 more times. OCD is always driving. Anxiety's behind, anxiety is behind OCD, and ADHD is everywhere.
Yeah, see? ADHD is rolling over everybody.
ADHD is the
No seatbelt on.
It's just literally like me against my thoughts
Yes.
every day. Oh my God, I don't want to leave. I do want to leave. I can't leave because this isn't clean, because this isn't done.
Yeah.
It's not only the OCD, everything controls my life.
That's
like,
right.
The anxiety makes the OCD worse. The ADHD going out in public makes my tics worse.
That's right.
It's,
Yeah, it
You're
sounds
fighting it. You're fighting it every day.
and then I see myself a completely different way that everyone else sees me.
Yeah.
And I've never hated anyone in my entire life. I've never disliked anyone in my entire life other than myself. And I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, I love God and I love Jesus, and I know that He made me the way that I'm supposed to be. And I know that He thinks that I'm perfect, but in my eyes, I don't see that.
Yeah.
And I want to see that.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to stop struggling from myself.
Yeah. I know. And
We're
I just,
our own worst critics.
yeah, we're gonna work on that. We're gonna put together a plan. I am passionate about working with the Tourette community because they are literally superheroes living in mere mortal bodies. And those superpowers are that they're highly sensitive, they're highly perceptive, and they're highly intelligent, and that's actually backed up by science. So yes, she has profound tics that other people might see when they walk past her, and it's very apparent that her tics are impairing, but she's still highly sensitive, she's perceptive, and she's intelligent. And because of that, I think that's what makes her so connected to this community, is that she's living authentically.
So are there some current treatments that maybe Baylen and I don't really know about?
Yeah, so as you guys know, treatment line 1 is what's called CBIT, Comprehensive Behavioral Intervention for Tics. A lot of people with TS are also on medications, right? So those are really considered traditional interventions for tics. And you can also do more invasive processes like DBS, which is deep brain stimulation. So it's a brain surgery, so it is quite invasive. The success rate is about 30 to 50%.
That scares me.
So DBS is kind of like a pacemaker, right? So pretty much there's an instrument here and then an instrument placed where we know that tics live in the brain, and these 2 instruments talk to each other.
So is it essentially the same sort of mechanism treatment they use for like Parkinson's?
Similar.
Crazy.
It's incredible because really the brain is an electrical instrument, right? So what that kind of pacemaker type tool does is it interrupts the whole tic-tourettic process. lots of side effects related to that, but often those that are exploring DBS are willing to take a chance on those side effects because their tics have become so profound and so impairing.
It's kind of like all the traditional stuff that we know.
Last resort. Deep brain stimulation surgery, I'll never get, okay? Like, they literally drill into your head with a drill. And I could pull up a picture of the drill they use, but it's literally a drill that my dad has in the shed with an attachment piece that's about this yay long. That's a big barbecue, BBQ. And they just, you know, drill into your head.
Who's excited?
I'm excited.
Botox is not just for old people like me.
Please.
So like a lot of women in their 40s, I get Botox. And Olivia had actually mentioned it to Baylen as a treatment option.
Body built like Joe Biden. Oof, thank you.
I know she was very hesitant to do any treatments that are super invasive, like DBS, deep brain stimulation, and I have a Botox girl that I trust. Hello!
Hi. I'm so excited to try Botox because it's a treatment that is used for Tourette's to help with facial tics.
All right, come on back.
And I think I'm prepared because I took my meds to help with my anxiety.
I was looking at your medical history. You have Tourette's.
I have Tourette syndrome, stupid.
So,
F you, JB. F you. Take your camera and leave. Yeah. Yeah, take your camera and get the
base tics are a little bit over the top today.
I see Joe Biden. Oh. So JB, the camera director, sets my tics off because I watched 5 minutes of the debate, and JB, Joe Biden, kind of just clicked. I have nothing against any of the crew. I love JB. That's a shout out.
Do you have a lot of tics around your eyes?
How I would describe it, it's like here down.
Okay.
Kinda.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So by injecting Botox a little bit here, a Botox here,
Joe Biden's vagina.
that can help relax the muscle and also potentially help reduce the tics.
And what would you say about Botox in my jaw?
Yeah.
It's like such a complex, like extensive tic, because it's not only taking my jaw forward, it's taking
Right,
like
absolutely.
my whole body. I don't want to set it off anymore.
I know, we're setting each other off right now.
Baylen has got a lot of very abrupt, rigid movements that it's almost like she's concrete in them sometimes. So you can tell when your tics are coming on. Okay, so because I'm gonna have a needle very close to your eye, okay? When you feel it come on, raise your hand for me so I can safely just pull out. So I'm hoping this treatment plan will really do well for her. Now, I am gonna tell you that with the masseter injections, it is a little bit deeper.
Okay, the deeper injection, like, is...
So the needle's probably like this, maybe an inch.
Am I gonna cry?
No, we'll just take it nice and easy, nice and slow.
I do need to before we start put headphones in.
Of course.
I definitely have some nerves about like hand motion or eyeball, the whole situation. I'm squeezy toying. I probably need a cold back. I need all the things.
You ready? 1, 2, 3, little poke. Boop. That was the first poke.
Good job.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nope, you're okay.
How are you doing?
You okay?
Yeah.
My mom has hemorrhoids.
Julie, no, I don't.
Body built. A lot.
Baylen doesn't seem to be uncomfortable. She seems like she's okay.
She's doing great.
Yeah.
This is easy. 1, 2, 3, boop. Boop. Done.
You're done. That went so well.
You did.
Yeah, you did
amazing.
I know that it takes 2 weeks for it to fully come into effect.
I appreciate you.
Oh my God. No, thank you. I appreciate you. But the sooner, the better. Body built like Joe Biden. Oof.